Hello, myself Vinod Panara, and in this lecture we discuss about program on for loop. Okay. So first program, write a Python program to generate the pattern given below. Such pattern to generate this pattern. Star, then star into star, then star, star, star. Okay. So solution n is equal to int input, enter the number of row. What is input function? Whatever we are enter in input function, that is in the form of string, and if we convert that string into integer, then we use int function before input function. Okay. Then for I in a range n, for that is one type of loop, and range n, it means up to n, starting from 0 up to n. For example, n is equal to 5. So I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But 5 not included. Up to 5. Okay. Then print star, that is in between double quote. Then multiplication. Then inside the bracket I plus 1. So for example, n is equal to 3. Okay, it means I is equal to 0, 1 and 2, not 3. Okay. Now first value of I, that is 0, that is transfer here. So 0 plus 1, that is 1. So star into 1, so we get only 1 star. Then I is equal to 1, second value I is equal to 1, it is transfer here. So 1 plus 1, it is equal to 2. So star into 2, we get star into star 2 times. And then in third value I is equal to 2, that is transfer here. So 2 plus 1, it is equal to 3. So star into 3, then we get star 3 times, star into star into star. So we get this pattern by this simple two statement. So for loop that is used to produce iteration on every element of sequence. I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2. Okay. So if we run program, then if enter the number of row, if we enter that is 3, then we get this one, this pattern. Star 1 time, star 2 time, star 3 time. Now this same program we run on a PyCharm. So same program, n is equal to int input, enter the number of row. Then for I in a range of n, print star into I plus 1. So if we run this program, then output that is enter the number of row. We enter number of row that is equal to 3. So output is star, then star 2 time, then star 3 time. Okay. Now second program, write a Python program to generate the pattern given below. That is in opposite form. 3 star, 2 star and 1 star. Okay. So solution n is equal to int input, enter the number of row. There is an input function, there is an int function. Then for I in a range of n, print star, that is in between double quote. So it is print out multiplied by n minus I. Okay, this one. So for example, n is equal to 3. So I, that is equal to, I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, but not 3. Okay, so n is equal to 3 means up to 3. So there are three elements of I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2. Now first element I is equal to 0, transfer here, and we know that what is function, what is value of n? It is equal to 3. So 3 minus I, it means 3 minus 0, it is equal to 3. So star into 3, so star into star into star. Okay, now in second element I is equal to 1, it is transfer here. So 3 minus 1, it is equal to 2. So star into 2, it means star into star, 2 times. And for third element I is equal to 2, it is transfer here. So 3 minus 2, it is equal to 1. So star into 1, so we get only one time star. So for first element 3, 3 times star, for second element 2 times star, and for third element 1 time star. Okay. So if we run this program, then enter the number of row, it is equal to 3. Then we get this pattern. Okay. Now this same program we run on a PyCharm. So same program, n is equal to int input, enter the number of row. Then for I in a range of n, print star into n minus I. So if we run this program, then output, that is enter the number of row. If we enter number of row, that is equal to 3. Then output is 3 times star, 2 times star, and 1 time star. Okay. Then third program, write a Python program to generate the pattern given below. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, then 1. Okay. So first step, n is equal to int input, enter the number of row. Okay, what do you mean by input function? What is int function? We know that. Then for I in a range of n, for I in a range of n, and inside this there is another for loop for j in a range of n minus I. Then print j plus 1 and end equal to space. Okay, and then print parenthesis. So first for I in a range of n, for example n is equal to 3. So for I in range of 3, it means I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2. So there are three value of I, 0, 1 and 2. Now first I is equal to 0. Okay. Now inside for loop, j in a range n minus I. We know that first element of I is equal to 0. So 3 minus 0, it is equal to 3. So for j in a range of 3, it means j is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2. So print j plus 1, it means 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1. And here n equal to, it means for example j is equal to 0 plus 1, it is equal to 1. Then n equal to space. Then 1 plus 1, it is equal to 2. Then space. Then 2 plus 1, 3. Then space. And here print this parenthesis. For first element of I, this loop is completed. Then for next row, it means first line for I is equal to 0, second line for I is equal to 1, and third line for I is equal to 2. So if we run this program, then enter the number of rows, that is equal to 3, and we get this pattern 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, then 1. Okay. Now this same program we run on a PyCharm. So same one, n is equal to int input, enter the number of row for I in the range of n, for j in range of n minus I. Then print j plus 1 and end equal to space. Then print parenthesis. So this last print parenthesis, that is used to produce different row. For I is equal to 0, first row. For I is equal to 1, second row. And I is equal to 2, third row. Okay. If we run this program, then output, that is, first enter the number of row. We enter number of row, that is equal to 3. Then we get pattern 1 2 3, then 1 2, and then 1. Okay. So in third program, there is a nested for loop. It means loop inside another loop. For I in a range of n, that is one loop. And inside this loop, for j in a range of n minus I. So one for loop, and inside this for loop there is another for loop, that is nested for loop. Okay, so this is about today lecture. In this lecture we discuss about 3 program based on for loop. Okay, thank you for today lecture.